like a station at this camp, this bigger camp, and for us, we're just teaching these kids the basic of Scratch, coding, and we teach them fun stuff like block coding, and I taught the older kids Python. But yeah, we just teach basics of computer science.
Actually, a project led by me, Abbi, and Josh, where we're running 1 week long elementary camps for underserved communities throughout Orange County.
We want like a piece of concrete chasing us. Right? Yeah. So let's create something kind of cool, or else find something kind of cool that would chase you around. Okay? It's up to you guys. I think the most important thing was keeping in mind that they are kids. You don't want to bore them out with the games that like are activities that an adult would do. So I did games like cookie clickers, cursor chaser games, maybe Madler games too.
Maybe we designed a curriculum with a lot of hands-on activities.
So the kids are learning a lot of different coding concepts using offline activities. One of our activities were binary bracelets, and that's where we taught them what binary is, what binary code is, why computers use binary, and what it's used for. And we taught that in the form of bracelet making and allowed them to kind of decode their own binary bracelets.
While we might not be teaching the elementary students like the syntax or the specific languages in coding, we are teaching them the fundamental ideas that can be applied across a wide variety of languages. So for example, we taught them what for loops are, the concept of a for loop. That code idea is applicable to various languages such as Java and Python.
Go forward has 5 steps. That means those 3 blocks would say go forward 3 times.
So I would place my code like this, right?
Overall, our curriculum is a very hands-on, focused curriculum.
So I wanted to show them that coding can be represented in a lot more ways than just using a computer. So the first 2 days, I wanted them to just use physical items. So I cut out physical blocks for them to use, and also just having physical binary beads. I feel like they're able to visualize more of coding rather than just seeing it on a computer. Right? So I put the 4, and then this would be like this. So, for how many steps do we want to go forward?
So the first way to keep the kids entertained, we had a lot of volunteers through the Hype Girls Mentorship Program, and these volunteers allowed the kids to have one-on-one training and really build relationships with other adults and teenagers. And we actually received a lot of feedback from the Mix Academy administration that these volunteers that allowed one-on-one group training was really beneficial to their growth and enjoyment of computer science. So Hype Girls program is a female mentorship program that encourages girls of all ages to really pursue STEM and become leaders in STEM because of the large gender discrepancy. The Hype Girls program also challenges gender roles by encouraging women and like really giving them the opportunities and the mentors necessary to be able to pursue their passion in STEM.
So pretty much it's like a team of like 5 of us, and we pretty much help the children out as well as like the people a part of coding campers, and we help them with the coding and with the process of it, because children, they don't know how to work with the coding a lot, so having like a really big team of like 5 of us has really helped like get them to understand coding more and just like the whole process.
Yeah, when I was younger, I never did any actual real coding, but I remember when I think my older cousin introduced me to Scratch. My older cousin, I introduced all of them to Scratch. And Scratch may not be a real coding language like Python, JavaScript, or C#, but I think it's more important that they kind of just get interested in creating things. Because the main reason why I started Python and computer science is because I wanted to build my own games. So I think it's more important now to stress the creation of things rather than the actual language. So I just want them to be interested in something like Scratch or an easier coding language, so they can at least get their feet wet and just try it out and see if they like it.
Just watching the kids just having like so much passion, like when they're really excited, or they're like, oh my gosh, it's working, or oh, this is so cool. It makes me so happy just listening to their ahs and their excitement.
I think the number one thing that I want them to get out of this class is just a passion or some sort of interest, at least, inside of coding or just game building or Scratch. Because all I need to do is like set that spark in them, right? And then I would say a week of coding is not going to make them experts at all. But if I can just spark a little bit of interest inside them, then I guess the rest is up to them. But